unfortunately have. GT Classic is a race to Golden Chorizo, getting a few basic items to get there, and once the players get there, they insert a specific command code. I have not, fortunately, done it myself. I'm not good at lava dives, but yeah, you get into Golden Chorizo's door, you do the command, and you're instantly given just about everything you need, and you basically finish the game from there. This is the one that, unfortunately, we also start on Ceres, so we get to have a little Ceres action in our lives. Alright, and we have our first encounter with Ridley, both players opting to tank Ridley so he'll leave quickly, because Ridley can leave after he's either sustained enough damage or has hit you enough times that you're in danger. And as you can see now, we have both people running on the escape. It's not too hard. It's an easy thing. Elm, a nice 4509. A Traviktox got a nice 4439. Fun truly begins. Our basic crawl on Zevis begins with, as everyone knows, the rather eerie calm landing of the rainstorm, which is actually quite fitting for my area today. Both players not opting to do Moonfall on the shaft. Elm getting pitless, Traviktox unfortunately slipping up a little bit, but makes a decent recovery. Both almost down to Morph Ball within the first 3 minutes. Our next wonderful first item to pick up, besides our Morph Ball, Missile Launcher. Elm taking the choice to exit early, and is heading up to begin the run. And Traviktox is just a slight bit behind him, but as we all know, Super Metroid can make that distance and difference change within 5 seconds. And we got both players who are sticking to the tried and true right wall method. Literally, it is wall jumping between the right wall, getting on a platform, shooting up to get the spacebar that will be in the way, and continuing your ascent. A GT stands for Golden Chorizo. That is the name of the enemy of which we will be using the GT code. Or there you go, you could call it good tacos. That's a good idea. And both players pick up their bombs and start with the Golden Chorizo's less known cousin, Bomb Chorizo. Traviktox has Bomb Chorizo pinned to the right side of the room. Elm sticks him to the left. Both finish within mere seconds after each other. Elm got energy and ammo, and Traviktox got himself a nice missile package. Too bad he didn't have enough expansions. And now both players have made it to Terminator. A very nice ending on Terminator for Elm. Offers to take the damage from the gamer. I think he was trying to shoot it on the way down. And as you can see here, he takes out the space pirates, where Traviktox offers to body them. I do apologize. I'm trying not to wake up the baby that I just woke up. Elm and Traviktox now both in the first mock ballroom of the game, both offering to go up and go get their first pack of supers. One moment, folks, as you hear of what I woke up. Quick analogy for what's going to happen within the next 5 minutes. They're going to run down and get Charge Beam. They're going to head down. They're going to go get Various Suit. They're going to get a couple more energy tanks. Possibly High Jump. Oh, they're skipping Charge Beam. Basically, they're going to get enough stuff to do what is called a Lava Dive, and they're going to reconvene in Lower North Fair. I'll be back to catch up for more. Alrighty, let's get back up to speed. So, we got ourselves power bombs. And Traviktox is the first one back down from that task. Now the major question, will Spazer be collected? Probably not. Yes, both players right now, kind of not doing decent with their HP, but small price to pay. There you go, a little farm for HP. And we're going to enter and pick up our Vario suit, because otherwise lava diving would be rather painful. And so would the whole entire hell run to get there. I do believe the objective is not to die in lava. I could be wrong. And speaking of which, both players in deep health alarms going into mini crate. To farm off the little bugs. Meanwhile, Elm just went straight up and nuked mini crate again, but I saw why Traviktox did that. He didn't have a super at the moment. And let's see if Elm takes crate to the dance. Denied. Oh, Traviktox is taking crate to the dance. Meanwhile, Elm's taking the tuxedo of Varia's suit and splitting with a little top. And Crate, just in deniance, puts up his hand just at the right time to deny the super missile. Such a resilient Crate. Must be special DLC. Alright, meanwhile, well, unfortunately Traviktox has to go with Chargeless Crate. Has to farm off the missiles from the little claws he shoot. Fun fact, only one of them actually drops anything, so he'll have to use that to his advantage. And Traviktox gets it cleaned up. Gets his Varia upgrade. And meanwhile, Elm is already halfway down the Norfair elevator. But again, we still have a couple of extra special moments that can take away just the pure power of your run. Like Lava Dive. But that'll be coming up right after Gallum gets himself a little pair of high shoes. Gotta jump somehow. And Traviktox is now cleaning up as fast as he can to get out and get everything he needs to get back on track. And as Helm's finally equipped with the 3 energy tanks he needs, plus high jump, he is now going to begin his death set run into the cathedral. And Traviktox has just entered the start of Upper Norfair. And Elm, going for precision here, had exactly 5 regulars and 1 super. He prepared specifically for Cathedral. Well, I don't know if that's actually being prepared. More like, at least I'm not being fluffed. And Traviktox now has his high jump boots. And now is beginning his farm up, hopefully going to get to the save. I'm hoping and praying when Elm's done farming, he goes back and saves. And here comes Elm's first attempt while Traviktox takes the save. Dodges the first fireball, waits, and gets it with 181 in the tank. Does he save now? Yes. Alright, now comes the second hardest, maneuver in the game. Green Gate Glitch. Elm gets it on the third attempt. Meanwhile, Traviktox now begins his dive. Oof. And this is why we safety save. So Elm has now completed GT, all that is left is to pick up his screw attack and start ripping off every other boss possible. The bonus is I do believe that the GT code gives you, even though it doesn't put it on your HUD, the accessibility of grappling beam and x-ray scope, so lots of microwaves coming up. And Elm's going for fast pillars. Says hi to the ceiling. Sets up for take two. And we'll screw attack them. What can X-Ray do? Well, it turns Dragon and Fantoon into gone things, that's for sure. Oh, and Botwoon. Botwoon can instantly die from that too. Just because it pretty much obliterates their iframes while you're doing it, if you smash it fast enough. That's the whole concept behind it anyway. And Traviktox on the second attempt, nice job, 163 in the tank, makes it in and is going to begin his descent with 5 supers to try to do the Green Gate Glitch himself. And second number for Traviktox, meanwhile Elm, having fun with ninja pirates, gets the deal done, is now entering his way down to Ridley. And again, he has 20 supers, so he can then plunge all of those into Ridley's face. You only have to do a few charge shots, or he could sit there and just charge shot the junk out of him. His choice. And Traviktox has punched in his code. Just has to remember to take off Spazer. and Spring Ball. And now as Traviktox is taking on and pinning Golden Chorizo to the wall, Elm begins his fight with everyone's favorite Space Pelican. And Traviktox, nice job, cleans up Golden Chorizo. Meanwhile, Elm, almost done with the Space Pelican. And again, the wonderful beauty of the GT code. By entering the code, you're given 799 energy, 100 missiles, 20 supers, 20 power bombs, grappling, X-ray. You're given gravity, every beam, make sure to turn off Spazer, it breaks the game, and everything except for screw attack, as far as equipment goes. So basically you have some odd missiles and some odd tanks hiding around there, should you so please to need them. I believe. It's basically going as no major glitches as possible, while still being somewhat of a major glitch, on the line of somewhat being of a major glitch. And nice high five at the first three of the key hunters. And Elm is now on his way out of Lower Norfair. Just has to escape Norfair itself. Traviktox is entering Ridley's lair as we speak. Elm speeding through Speedway with the speed booster. Traviktox is navigating his fight with Ridley, is opting to use Plasma Charge and Ice, plus Wave, and sit in the corner when he can and just pelt it in his face. And Elm is now out of Norfair, and an amazing 23 minutes later. I think his next stop will be Dragon, and then he'll take out Fantoon and be on his way to Mother Brain. And we might as well, we are right here. And Traviktox has just finished up Ridley, and now will be on his way out of Norfair. And now we're about to see one of our first major uses for GT's code. A very one-shotted Botwoon. Unfortunately, Traviktox just slightly ahead of schedule. Just trying to get a nice speed mock wall, unfortunately. Just a frame too shy, and Elm is going for the full halfie and gets it. Traviktox now making his way out of Lower Norfair, having a wonderful time so far. And now, once again, another use for the wonderful X-ray visor. Purges Dragon with wonderful plasma. And now all that's left is the ghost. As Traviktox is now inside the upper regions of Norfair, when I'll make his way to Frog Speedway and head on to Meridia himself. I do gotta give GT Classic this much. It's a very decent speedrun. I mean, it's not as quick as ElminsterRTA could be, but GT Classic is pretty quick. Then again, a dab can be pretty quick too, depending on how it is. Using the sands as a quick shortcut to get back. Latest power bomb is going to go out classically this way to get to the quicker entrance to the wreck ship. As Traviktox now begins his watery descent into the depths of Meridia. They will exchange a brief high five through the waving of the passage. Elm is now in Red Tower, and Traviktox is now into the core of Meridia. Traviktox also using the X-ray scope to snipe Watwoon here. Gets him in one pass. Elm a little short in his timing there. Was trying to roll on through nice and smoothly. Took a small bump to the face. Traviktox setting up. Gets the full halfie himself, as Elm is now almost inside Phantoon's chambers. And unfortunately for this ghost, it's going to be the shortest round of his life, fast or slow. And Phantoon trying to defy the world. And we'll get a double boss death on screen via the X-ray scope. Now all Elm has left to do is get back and say hello to Mother Brain, and Traviktox is just gonna escape Meridia. And then of course do the same thing Elm just did and take care of Phantoon. Traviktox is now on his way to the wreck ship as Elm enters the Golden Four. Alright, Elm has entered Torian and having a slow start to Metroid Room 1, but makes a nice recovery while Traviktox has entered the fight with Fantoon. Elm starts with Mother Brain. Metroid Room 2 gets a nice lineup going into Metroid Room 3. Almost nicely, beautifully done. Traviktox still waiting for that opening. Thank you, Fantoon. What is with the slows today? And Elm, nice cleanup on Metroid Room 4. And Traviktox has now completed his fight with Fantoon. And he'll be along briefly to start his fight with Mother Brain. Meanwhile, Elm now has, well, as you can hear behind me, the baby. Ship and is on his way back. Start his descent to Torian. Meanwhile, Elm removing Varia and Screw Attack. Traviktox saying tanks for no tanks for the safety refill. And Elm now beginning his fight with Mother Brain. And less RNG doesn't do it again. RNG just knows what he's done. Traviktox is now getting his round of Golden Chorizo, and Elm with standing with 100 exact energy. Stand up. Traviktox cleans up Metroid Room 1 nicely, finishes Metroid Room 2 beautifully. Elm is now beginning to peck away at the brain in hopes to get a fast kill. Again, bless her and Jesus, hopefully. Traviktox has a nice cleanup. Is in Metroid Room 4. Elm looks like he's gonna get away with a wonderful, yep, 2-shot victory kill on Mother Brain. This time, Elm can say he took GT Classic home without the brain suiciding him. That was a very nice stand-up, and unfortunately Traviktox was trying to get it done with the baby. He's looking to get the push through. Unfortunately, he has to take the knee. Will be facing left as Elm begins to escape. Traviktox has just opened up the Ghidorah and is now beginning his descent to Mother Brain. After he got his refill, Elm, meanwhile, Area comes out of Parlor. And Elm is taking home some bacon. Yes, he is. And Elm has made it to the finish line with a SRL of 38.53 and managed to improve over his personal best of a flat 40 by 1 minute and 7 seconds. So for those wondering, yes, LPB'd. So congrats to him, and also double congrats for winning the race. Anyway, we have Traviktox, who is on catch-up stage. And just as a LOL comment from Elm, I somehow won a GT Classic race. GG indeed, bro. Good job. Meanwhile, we have Traviktox, who is currently bowing down before Mother Brain as the Metroid does his magic. So we're looking at probably a solid, depending on how much longer this takes, anywhere between, I want to say 42 at a low? 43 at a high? The very start of 43? We'll see. Traviktox having himself a little victory dance over Mother Brain. Has now begun his escape. Sets up, and he's trying to set up for Blue Bomber. There we go. Yep. Third time's the charm. Oh, nope, we'll just shoulder bash our way through. We tried. We will... And now I'm finishing with a nice 54%. And Traviktox saying no thank you to the animals. Gets on board and clocks in with an official SRL time of 43:17. Alright, unfortunately, that's all the Super Metroid for now, I believe. Yep, the next Super Metroid thing will be at 9 o'clock. But for now, I know on Speed Gaming we have Metroid Fusion. Speed Gaming 2 also has Cuphead going right now. There'll be more action starting up around 6 o'clock with more Cuphead on Speed Gaming 1. SMB randomizer for, going on Speed Gaming 2. And then Speed Gaming 3 will have Sonic Adventure. So for this segment of the multi-category tournament, I have been Sacred. Thank you for watching, folks, and see you next mission.